Good afternoon. I'm Terry Scoggin, and today's Friday, July 3rd, 2020. It's time for our weekly COVID-19 update. We're going to start this week in talking about the news. Sorry, my clicker didn't work, so it's part of, you can tell we're live. But we're going to talk about numbers. But before we get there, I want to talk about the region. Northeast Texas plus East Texas and Texas in general. When you see all over the news all week, nationally and the state level, is what's going on across Texas. To give you an update, there's a lot of things you're hearing, and I do want to pass on to our friends in Mount Pleasant and Titus County. What you're hearing is real. On a daily, 2 times a week, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, have the opportunity to participate with the Texas Hospital Association on a call with hospitals across the state of Texas, with CEOs of small hospitals and large hospitals going and talking about what's going on in their health system. And the numbers that you're hearing are not made up. I get asked that question all the time, and I've seen articles and emails and blogs and posts about the way the numbers are being calculated, and we're overestimating the number of COVID beds and ICU beds and those types of things. I can tell you that's not true. When you listen to the CEOs talk on those 2 calls, you can tell it's real. You can hear in their voice the same thing that you heard in my voice in the middle of May when we were going through our peak. Majorities of the cities in Texas right now are going through their peak, larger than it was first time and more intense than it was the first time. A lot of them are realizing what we went through, and we're seeing it. So I want to pass it on to my friends and our members of this community that it is real what you're hearing, and it is real something that's to be concerned about. The hospitals around in Northeast Texas are starting to fill up. I've talked to the CEOs in Tyler, to the 2 big hospitals there, that we send patients and some of the other health systems that within 60 miles to keep a pulse of where they're at. If we get a patient that is too sick for us or somebody we want to take to the next level of care, and they're filling up. Those beds are getting harder and harder to get. It's being harder and harder for us to transfer somebody from the ICU. So over the next few weeks, we are nervous about it. So I will ask you as a community to do your part. To do the things that are being asked, to wear your mask, to sanitize, to social distance. We are getting a point where we are nervous. So I want to pass that on and ask you to help us. As far as the numbers of Mount Pleasant and Titus Regional Medical Center, our update through today, we've done 4,272 tests within our health system, our affiliated physicians and their practices, and our mobile testing with the city and the county. 2,857 are negative. We've had 864 positives with 551 pending. Last week, we had on Sunday and Monday, the opportunity the state did testing at the Civic Center. We had 481 of those tests. That was the majority of the pending are of that 551. Over the next few days, we should get those results as they started coming in last night and today. So the pending number will go down. So we'll know more about those outstanding 481 tests over the weekend or on Monday. But through today, we have 864 tests in the area. On a per capita basis, Titus County is one of the top 5 counties in the state of Texas of cases per 100,000 people. So it's something to take. What we've been is real, and this is not made up. So I want to encourage you to understand that. Pass that on to your family members, pass it on to your friends, pass that on to your church members. Just pass it on throughout the community about the numbers are still increasing. Last week, we tested 177 people through our clinics in Titus Regional Medical Center. That's the largest number of tests we've done since the last week of May. We had 57 positives of those 177 tests. That's the largest number of positives in any given week up until the 3rd week of May. So it's been over 6 weeks, and that's our highest number last week. We've did 32% positive last week, which is one of the highest rates since May. So it is in the area. We're seeing it across both male and female, all ages, all different employers in town, all different races, all different nationalities, all different groups. It's not one cluster right now in this area. It's throughout the whole community and is community spread. So I would encourage you to take precautions for you and your family to make sure we're doing the right things. Yesterday, the governor of the state of Texas, Governor Abbott, did do an executive order to require masks. At 12:01 this afternoon, masks are required in many areas. I encourage you to go to the website to look at those. You can see those in most websites. The governor has his website. You can look at the exclusions. If you're outside, you're encouraged to wear it, but not required if you can social distance. So there's a lot of opportunities in there of when you have to wear a mask and when you can take your mask off in activities. So I would encourage you to take a look at the executive order. It will be enforced throughout the state of Texas. Where we are right now in the cities in Dallas, Austin, Corpus Christi, Houston, especially along the border, this order is needed. We need it to curve the spread, mitigate the spread, flatten the curve, whichever word you want to use. We need it in Texas right now to lower this. We're getting to a point where it is getting to a critical point in the state of Texas, so it was time to take action. So I encourage you, when you're out this week, please wear your mask. Help our local law enforcement out. Don't make a scene with them. They're doing their job. We truly appreciate our Mount Pleasant Police Department. We truly appreciate the Sheriff's Office. Kyle and Sheriff Ingram have both done a great job throughout this process of helping Titus Regional Medical Center, helping our patients, helping the local governments. So if this is the time we want to help them, please don't be that person that's causing issues for them. There's other things in this community that they need to worry about and help with right now. Masking should be the least of their concerns. So help them out, follow the governor's executive order, and do what's written into the law. So as July 3rd, we are working today. It's not a holiday. We work for a hospital and a health system, so holidays, we don't take off today. So we're here, and tomorrow will be 4th of July. So on behalf of the Board of Managers, the executive team, and the employees at Titus Regional, I want to wish all of our community members in Mount Pleasant, Titus County, and Northeast Texas, happy 4th of July. As we go into the Independence Day weekend, I know a lot of you be at the lake, a lot of people be in the swimming pools, doing things outside. I encourage you to stay diligent during this time. Try and social distance when possible. But don't stop living. We can't take the negative and just lock ourselves inside during this process. We have to be positive. We have to keep our spirits up. We have to encourage each other. We have to check on each other. We got to make sure our family, our older members of our family especially, are doing okay. But we need to stay positive during this time and celebrate the 4th of July. Let's just do it responsibly as we celebrate tomorrow. So happy 4th of July to you and to your family. I'm going to finish on a huge win for us this week. On Monday, we had the opportunity to welcome Michael Sines back. Michael is he's in our cath lab and an x-ray tech in imaging, but is a member of our cath lab team right now. If you can remember, Michael, several weeks ago, we talked about two of our employees who were very ill. We've had over 21 positive employees during this time. But Michael was in the ICU in Tyler for several weeks. He was on a ventilator for several weeks, and he was very ill. Michael and his wife have a young baby, and it was a very scary situation for his family. We followed her closely on Facebook while Michael was fighting this battle. And on Monday, we had the opportunity to welcome our friend and our team member back to Titus. So we met him. You can see his car behind it. It was his wife and baby, his little son, who's just less than 3 months old, dropping him off for work for his first day back Monday. And we met him with the golf cart, and we gave him a ride of champions through the parking lot. And the employees of Titus came out with signs throughout the parking lot, and we celebrated, blowing horns and whistles and all types of noise, having a good time to welcome Michael back, to know he was missed, and we're glad just to see him back and see him and his family blessed. When they got out of the car, it touched me. When I saw him and his wife say goodbye to each other today, you could tell that she had been through a lot, and both of them were just blessed about all the love that was being shown, not only by Titus Regional Medical Center, but Mount Pleasant, Titus County, and Northeast Texas, and the prayers to get him better. So again, Michael and your family, we're glad you're better. We're glad you're back. Again, on the behalf of Titus Regional Medical Center, happy 4th of July. Enjoy your 4th. Be safe. Wear your mask. Sanitize. Social distance. Have a great day. God bless.